Good morning, everyone. So it's November 26th, and it's a fairly nice day. The temperature is really great. Humidity is 100%. Overcast, and they're saying some thunderstorms through the day. I don't know. We had some early this morning before I ever even got out of bed, but not seeing any on the radar. Just overcast. Supposed to clear up. Supposed to be down about 34, 35 tonight, which I'll see ice, I have no doubt. They say the lowest we've got so far is 36, but I had ice on the bird bath one day, and surprisingly, that day I didn't have any frost, but I had frost since. And it started biting on the hibiscus here. And one of my little projects for today is getting out here, and some of these that have gone to seed, I think the seed is probably mature enough to be a viable seed, so I'm going to get out here directly and get them taken in. And I had saved my sweet potatoes last year, and I never did get them planted this year, but I'm going to try to clean up some of those and set them in the greenhouse. I can put them here under the bench out of the way, and so maybe next year I'll get some planted. Miracle Fruit is still doing really well, and I've got these the bay leaf plants. I had ordered some, and they were big, beautiful plants, so that's down up under here, and so I ordered some more. And like sometimes happens in the mail, the box was all crushed up and they were all broke, and that's nothing on the company I got them from. It's the mail folks. A lady told me the other day one of the packages she had received from me, she saw the mailman just throw it over the gate. And so I try to box up and prepare for anything, but sometimes whenever they bounce them around like they're playing basketball down a court or something, they can't handle all that. Some of these that are up against the greenhouse cover may get a little bit bit. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get cold enough to really affect them that way. This is the other hibiscus. It's the same name, or the first name of it is the same, but this one has more of a white flower than the one that I've had for years now. And this is my curry trees, and I've used a few of the leaves off of them, and they are super fantastic good. And so anyway, they talk about them needing to kind of stay dry during the winter so that they don't get root rot, and I'm trying to avoid watering them. That's one reason they're sitting where they are. Cratums are still looking really great, even with the burn that I gave them from the spray. But still getting fantastic new growth, and the way it's doing, I don't know. I intend to try to wait until after the first of the year before I take any more cuttings to root anymore, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait before they grow up into the plastic. I had taken some cuttings a week or two ago anyway off of some of these that were out here so I could get room to walk through the aisle, and some over here off of these to keep them from out of the front of the green or the heaters so they don't get burned or scorched. And these other hibiscus I had moved in, and some of them are or did get pollinated before I closed the doors. Still have a few flowers to cheer me up. I guess the frost or freeze tonight will probably finish off this hibiscus. And I plan on getting out and trying to pick a few more of the papayas here before they freeze tonight. Got shrooms galore. If they only knew if they were edible and somebody was willing, instead of just telling me, yeah, I can eat those, if you're willing to come sit down and have a plate of them, then that's a different thing. But I don't know, and so I don't indulge in them. This is sassafras, and there's a few trees that we have around, and which it doesn't really make a tree. It's more a bush or whatever, but it does show some pretty color. And it was here whenever I moved in. This was up in here was a sawdust pile. At one time there was a steam powered sawmill up here, and so I had a huge pile of sawdust. So far this year I've only seen 2 of my camellias flowering. This pink, which is pretty near always the first one to flower. And I was cutting some of these bigger limbs yesterday, but I had seen this the day before, and I believe that's an edible mushroom. I'm not sure, but like I said, I don't know, so I'm not going to partake of it. It's just pretty to me, so I stopped cutting before I messed it up, so I could get that picture of it. And after I end the video, I may come back and snap a shot of it. And we got spiders here. I don't know if I can get him into lens or not. But this is the other pink that is blooming now. And they brighten up my days so much with the beautiful flowers they have. And this is a white one here that hasn't bloomed, and a red. And my peppermint. And then these are the actual tea hibiscus. I have 4 of them. I have 3 of one variety and then that one. And somewhere around here I got the names of them, but I can't remember anymore. I think I said hibiscus. These are tea camellias. And my lemongrass that came back, I had planted it all over the front up here. And anyway, I'd cut it back and it sprouted back real well. Especially it never did water it the first time, never hooked the water hose up out here this year. So, anyway, that's what's going on for me today. Let's go back here and get my seed from my hibiscus and move in the sweet potatoes and the other few things I was going to do today. Everyone have a blessed day.